Dave, a great week for the football club. Obviously kick-started on Tuesday night with the planning decision. We'll start with that. How happy are you with the decision that was reached?
I'm never happy, Craig, you know that. No, I was delighted. It's a great step forward. Got a long way to go, but it's a good step forward for Boston and the football club.
And you say a lot of work still to do, but without that initial decision, there wouldn't be much more work that you could do, presumably.
No, it was the right decision. You know, I think, as I said on the radio earlier, I think the main thing is that we had a decisive decision from the planning committee, and it was 10 to 2. So that was important to us, not just scraping through. So it shows the level of support we've got. It now gets referred to the Secretary of State. That will be a minimum of 21 days before they make a decision if they're going to call it in. It's unlikely it'll be 21 days because they can put a holding decision out there. So it's likely that it'll go beyond the 21 days, but we'll be pushing for it to be decided as soon as we can.
And what are your initial thoughts? Do you expect it to be called in?
No, but you never know. I mean, it's some standard criteria that are applied, and I don't think those criteria apply to our application. But you never know, and it depends if there's any representations that they take into account.
You've mentioned though that planning applications of this sort very rarely rather, attract more support than objections, but you successfully managed that with sort of nearly 2,200 either letters of support or signatures in your favour.
Yeah, no, absolutely brilliant, you know, and I need to sort of put on record our thanks to everybody that supported the application, not just Boosa. I'll mention them in a moment, but it's had overwhelming support through the town. And then in the last few weeks, Boosa stepped forward, said that they realised how important it was. They wanted to get on board, and that was the last final push. So it is unusual. Most people, when they have the opportunity on a planning application, vote against it. So to have a vote in favour is very, very important, and I'm sure it held sway with the planning committee.
And you mentioned the work that Boosa did, particularly Glenn Chapman heading it all up. They certainly didn't let you down with everything that they arranged and signatures that they got and everything that goes with it.
Absolutely brilliant, and it shows what we can do when we work together. As I said at the Fans Forum, we've had to keep things pretty close to a chest for the last few years. We took it as our responsibility to sort out the issues from the past, Neil and I, and we take that seriously. But now is the time that we now need to start and engage more. We've got a clear way forward, assuming planning is granted. So we do need to engage with Boosa. We think we've got a big role to play as the club develops, and we will be looking to engage with them more, looking to engage with the fans more. There will be opportunities for supporting us financially as well, because we haven't got all the finance sorted either for the new stadium. We're a long way down the line, but there will be opportunities for share issues, etc. And there'll be a time for fans to take part in that.
It's a significant step forward for you though, with everything that's gone on this week.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely great. We knew we had a robust planning application, and we knew it should be approved. But often, in the past we've had applications that should have been approved and they don't get through committee. So it's always good when you get the support of the committee. But more importantly, that you want a good vote, and 10 for and 2 against is a real sort of endorsement, I think, of the application.
And today has just topped the week perfectly. The title favourites in town, and a great home victory for the Pilgrims.
Yeah. I didn't know what to think, really, and I don't think a lot of people did. We've not had the best of pre-seasons. I just think, we kept most of the players that we wanted from last season. Obviously, Ricky went, and he's got himself a really good contract at Luton. But apart from that, we kept all the players we wanted, and then I think we're quite happy that player for player, we've probably got better players in at the moment as well. I think it's taking them a time to gel, and I think we're probably a couple of weeks away from being in a position where we can press on. But today was a really good start. It's important you get off. You can't lose too many games if you want to do well in this league, and certainly we didn't want to lose today.
And it continues your impressive record as chairman. 8 opening days, 8 victories.
It's easy, isn't it, this football? Yeah, no, it's great. Credit to the lads. They dug in, they were dead on the feet, weren't they? And I think it's just rounded off a great week, really, for the football club. Got a long way to go, but really a significant week.
And Dennis often seems to unearth a gem. Perhaps he's found another one with the striker who got in the winning goal today.
He does it time after time, doesn't he? And then when you look, we've got Kane, Felix to come back in as well, and Noosh. So I think we're in good shape. We haven't got the biggest budget, but what we have is togetherness, and that's taken us a long way. It took us a long way last season. We've got it again this season already. So I just thought it told today. We got a goal. All our lads were huddled together. Barrow got a goal and they all ran away. So I think it's important we have that team spirit. It's important we've got the same spirit around the club as well, because together you're a lot stronger, aren't you?